Junk Journal Maxing, or in other words, a new series where I tell you how I am going to maximize the impact of my monthly junk journals throughout my day to day life. My name is Tania. I have been junk journaling since around September of 2025. And if you don't know, I do a new theme for my junk journal every month. Every month has a theme. My theme for the month of June here in 2026 is unicorns, using the cover of the movie The Last Unicorn, as well as rainbows, which is on the back of the movie DVD cover. So unicorns and rainbows. This was one of my favorite movies growing up, and then rainbows because it's Pride Month. So that's my theme for June. And what is Junk Journal Maxing? I am coming up with ways to live my monthly junk journal theme day to day. Let me tell you more precisely what I'm talking about. Number one of my 7 ways that I identified last night when I sat down to do this is my keychain. I have a traveler's notebook. This goes with me out of the house whenever I leave. And I have a space to put a charm, or in my case, a keychain. So my keychain for this month is a unicorn with a rainbow mane. Number 2 is I'll collect some type of vintage trinket or object related to the theme. Now I'm going to try to spin you around so you can see my wall next to me, and you see I have room. I'm just now starting to put things on that wall. So I'm going to put some floating shelves up, some small ones, and I'll be able to put trinkets up there. So for the month of June, I'm going to search for and find me a unicorn slash rainbow slash both trinket or something to put on my wall. So that's item number 2. The third way that I'm going to maximize the impact of my junk journal theme is through commonplacing. If you're not familiar, what is commonplacing? Well, let me show you. I have another journal. I have several of these journals, and in here I have my commonplace book. A commonplace book is a spot to put in things that you consume. So the items that you document in this commonplace book are not like a diary or things that happen that you do or that you think of. It's things external to you. So it's about content you consume. So I have a commonplace book that I have recently started, and what I'll do is throughout the month of June and maybe even beyond, I will identify content to consume around unicorns and rainbows and document it in my commonplace book. For example, I picked up this children's book. It's called A Brief History of Unicorns. So I'll go through the book, read through the book, and document some of the things that are in here as I learn what this book is talking about. And then another aspect of learning more about unicorns that I've identified is to learn more about this exhibit that's at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, the unicorn tapestries. There's a whole history behind them. So I'm going to learn about them, read about them, and then make notes and observations about that in my commonplace book. So that is the third way that I'm going to maximize. It is through commonplacing. There'll be additional content that I consume, but I'm going to have a unicorn and rainbows focus and make sure that gets represented. Number 4, and how I'm going to maximize my monthly theme, is through postcard exchanges and Happy Mail exchanges. I do participate in both. I do post crossing, where we send postcards around the world. So my postcards for this month will have some type of unicorn or rainbow element to them. And Happy Mail, I do Happy Mail exchanges with so many of you in the community. So the Happy Mail that I send out this month is going to have a focus around unicorns and rainbows. And I'm in the process of preparing some small items to send out and share. And if you would like to do an exchange, let me know, because the way this is going to work is that each month, when I can get my act together, I'll send you Happy Mail around the theme and maybe some other content based on your personal interests, and you can exchange for anything you want with me. So you don't have to send back unicorns and rainbows. You can send back something else. But I am going to make this a focus because I have ephemera related to these topics. So I'm going to do a monthly Happy Mail swap based on the content. Number 5, genealogy and family history. So genealogy and family history has been a passion of mine for more than 20 years, and it's actually kind of the route through which I came into junk journaling. And so I spent a lot of time researching not only my own family tree, but family trees of other people that aren't even related to me. So for each month, I will identify a handful of individuals to work on their family tree that are somehow related to unicorns. Let me give you the first person I'm going to work on. The director of The Last Unicorn was named Jules Bass. He passed away in 2022. So I'm going to work on his family tree a little bit. And there are public facing websites that I can share anything I learn and share the documentation I gather. Those are Family Search, Family Tree, and WikiTree. So I'll be working on his profile during this month in order to build up his family tree. And I'll probably try to identify a couple of others to also work on. So I will dedicate some of my genealogy and family history research time to individuals associated with unicorns and rainbows in some way. Number 5. Now I've shown you a couple of my journals already. This is one of my traveler's notebooks. And then I just briefly showed you this one, but I have more. So what I'll do each month is in my non-junk journal planners, my analog planners, I'll include ephemera and stickers related to the theme. So in my planners, from my monthly spreads, my weekly spreads, my pages, I will pepper elements of unicorns and rainbows throughout that time period. So that's going to be number 6, how I maximize the theme that I've chosen. The 7th way is going to be really fun. I call this Find It in Florida. What I'll do is I will research and find and identify things in the Tampa Bay area, hopefully, maybe even around the state, that are related to my theme. Let me give you an example of that. I live in Clearwater. Right down the road is St. Petersburg. In St. Pete is the Salvador Dali Museum. Dali did a painting or a lithograph in 1983 called La Licorne, and it is an image of a lady in front of a unicorn. So that is like right down the road from me, probably 25 minutes away. So I'm going to spend time researching and documenting things like that around the area. Bonus points if I actually get to go to something and take a picture with it. So those are the 7 ways I identify, although I'll tell you, last night after I made the list, I came up with another way. I make templates to cut my ephemera so I can use it in my junk journals. And my templates are standard sizes. Because what I do is when I bring in thrifted books, secondhand books, used books, I cut up those books and I organize my ephemera in these binders that you see above my head here on my shelf. So I have templates for that. So I decided they were purple. If you watched any of my other videos, my templates were purple. I decided I'm going to make unicorn and rainbow templates. So that's exactly what I did. So that's the front of my 4x6 template. There's the back. It's got a nice image of unicorns and rainbows. Here's another size template where you can see I've got a cat and a unicorn. And then I put a scrapbook paper on the back. This is a 3rd size. I really like this size. So this card is my template. And on the back, you see the unicorn. And then this is a unicorn donut with rainbows. This is the size template that I use that works well for artist trading cards. It's the exact dimensions of an artist trading cards. So when I'm cutting snippets of my book page ephemera or paper ephemera, I know I have a size that works for ATCs. So that was an 8th way that I identified. And the good junk journaler in me made a card to list those 7 ways. I'll have to now add number 8, but I made a card. It's got a unicorn and a rainbow on it. And this, y'all, naturally is going to be the basis of a spread that I do in my June junk journal. So what I will do is I will work on this throughout the month. And at the end of the month, come back and share an update to show you all the different ways I've junk journaled maxed. Now, what I'm curious to know is if you think of other things that I could do or I could be doing in order to maximize the theme, because I choose these things for a reason. I love what I choose as my monthly topics for my junk journals, and I really want to embody that throughout life. That's what's going to make life even more whimsical and fun. So I'm interested in hearing your comments. Make sure you are following me or engaging with the post so that when I do the update video, it pops up for you. Happy crafting, y'all.